Standard reporter Nigel Wigmore met with Gary Fu of the Henley-based charity Emergency Response Team Search and Rescue to talk about their recent work in Haiti.
Yeah, our mission in Haiti was to go out and work in a rescue medical capacity on the front line. We managed to get actually deep into Port-au-Prince, working in the various rubble zones and in field trauma hospitals as a team of medics. We finally arrived around 2 o'clock in the morning or so, and then found basically somewhere to sleep in a safe environment on the tarmac to the side until I think we went to bed about 3 in the morning on the tarmac.
Camping, or were you just sleeping out in the open?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it camping, but we was kind of, it was just basically as a team we slept together in the open under a structure that we tried to risk assess is not going to collapse on us should there be another aftershock, because there were many while we were there. And then we slept there for a few hours, got up a couple of hours later and managed to get into the actual capital and start working. We found that there was a very good German heavy lifting team, and they were lacking in medics, so we worked closely with them for a bit, and then we went out into a field hospital that was basically a makeshift trauma centre, and we worked there for a lot of the time as well. It kind of reminded me almost of like one of these war zones, because there was just mass destruction, there were burning fires, it looked like there were explosions as much as earthquake collapses. They're one of the poorest, if not the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. They are used to not having much, but when what the little you have has been taken away and there's this mass chaos going on and your loved ones are dying around you or you're injured, it would displace or hurt anyone. But they certainly are resilient people, and although there was shooting and some security threats around, we personally didn't experience anything against us except affection and welcome to our presence. I mean, there was frustration. If you can imagine 3 stages where someone's say injured in a collapsed rubble pile, or they've been injured anyway because of the earthquake, you try and get that person out to safety, number one. So there's hours of digging of, say, this 69-year-old lady who was under the rubble for a whole week with no food or water. Then we treat her medically. We give her an infusion. We try and stabilise her wounds, and we try and make her comfortable. And then the next thing is, normally in a hospital or an environment, you try and feed them, give them water, give them something to sustain them and build their strength. And there was no food and water there. And the only shelter we had was sheets pulled across our heads between pillars and trees. And so lying in the open sun with no food and water after you're trying to treat them, and we're only a team of 6, and we gave what we could, and we're very pleased on the last day to have given tents and food and water to the hospital we're working in and the orphanages that we were liaising with. But unfortunately, the aid just wasn't getting there where we were, and that is frustrating. Haiti, the whole place was affected, and they didn't have anything within other parts of the country like say a coordinated government or aid through various arterial routes getting out, and they were trying to evacuate people. And plus there were other factors, like right near where we were, the prison had been damaged, so all the inmates, including some very serious offenders, had escaped. And they were wondering about them restarting gangs in the area and taking hold of and getting the aid. And
the sort of danger of that.
Exactly, yes. So all that is a factor as well. You can't see this without feeling for the children who are either orphans or suffering immensely. And I have a few of those where I really hope that they ended up much better after we left. I mean, we did what we could whilst we were there, but we really hope that they made it.